Alright guys, so now that we can edit our video ideas, we want to be able to delete them. So I want to, in addition to this edit button, I want to add a delete button. So let's go to our ideas index, and we're going to go right below where we have the link to the edit, except we're going to have to use a form again with method override, because what we want to do is send a delete request. Okay, so we're going to put in a form, and it's going to have a method of post. Even though it's not going to be a post, we're going to use the method override, and then the action is going to be /ideas/ and then the ID. Okay, so we can put in our ID like that. Alright, so form, let's close that. And then all it's going to have in here, it's going to have two things. It's going to have the hidden input from method override. It's also going to have a submit button. Okay, so let's take a look at the form for the edit. So in edit handlebars, we had to do this right here. Add this extra query. So we're going to copy that, and we're going to put that right here, except it's going to be delete. And then let's also copy the hidden input, and we're going to put that right here, and then just change the value to delete. Alright, and then we just need a submit button, so we're going to put in input with the type of submit. Okay, we're also going to give it a class, couple classes, btn. It's a delete button, so I'm going to say btn-danger to make it red, and also btn-block. Alright, and then let's give it a value of delete. And save. Let's reload. Now you have a delete button. Let's add some space in between. So let's see, for the edit link right here, I'm just going to add a class to it of MB, so margin bottom 2. Alright, so now what we need to do is catch that delete request that's going to make. So let's go to app.js, and let's say delete idea, and that's going to be app.delete. Alright, so let's see, the URL is going to be /ideas/ and then the ID. Now notice that this right here is the same exact thing as this right here. And that's fine. The reason that's fine is because it's a different type, it's a different method. This is catching a put request, this is catching a delete request. Okay, we could also add this as a get request and as a post request. As long as the method is different, the URLs can be the same. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our second parameter of an arrow function and pass in our request and response. And then just to test things out, let's say res.send, and we'll say delete. Alright, let's save it. Let's double check the form here on the index page. Okay, make sure that should go to ID. Alright, so that looks good. Let's go, let's reload and click delete, and we get the res.send delete. And we can see the ID inside the URL that we want to delete. So let's go back to app.js and figure out how do we actually delete from the database. Okay, well this is actually very, very simple. All we do is take our model and we call .remove. Okay, inside remove we put in our query, which is going to be, we want to match the _ID field to request params.id, which is the ID that's coming into the URL. Alright, and then this is going to give us a promise, so we'll say .then, and in here we'll just put an empty set of parentheses, and we just want to redirect. Okay, so we'll redirect back to the same page, which is /ideas. So let's go ahead and save that and reload, and let's click delete here, and there we go. Okay, if I reload, it's still gone. Alright, so we now have a complete CRUD application with Node and Express and Mongoose and a couple other things. So we can add, we can remove, we can edit, and we can fetch video ideas. Now, before we move on to authentication, in the next section, what I want to do is I want the ability to show flash messages. So for example, if we go and we add an idea, if we put something in here and submit, that's fine. It redirects and we can see it, but I'd like to have a message that says like idea submitted or idea added. Same thing when we delete. Okay, so what we'll do in the next video is we're going to install a couple different modules in order to get that effect. Okay, we're going to need to install Express Session so that we can deal with sessions, because that's what Flash is. It's basically you know, putting something in a session, a message for display when we redirect. And then we're also going to need something called Express Messages, and then we're also going to need one more module called Connect Flash. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing in the next video.